Time to get to grips with the Fireblade, and in case you hadn't guessed, that makes me very, very happy indeed, because the Fireblade is one of my favourite motorcycles of all time ever. Why? Well, where to begin? It's so tricky isolating one point of this bike that is so good, because not only are they all good, but it's the way they hang together as a whole that makes the Fireblade experience so special. Anyway, I'll take a deep breath, calm down a little bit now, and let's get to work. The defining part of the Fireblade experience for me is that front end. The way you sit plugged into it more directly than a teenager into a Game Boy. The way your weight is in exactly the right place for total control. The way the whole bike can be slammed from upright to knee slider in a nanosecond, and in total confidence. All these things make the Fireblade special, because big sports bikes shouldn't be this responsive. Staying with that front end, the brakes are absolutely legendary. Class leading, eyeball popping, stoppy throwing, brilliant they are. Best production bike brakes out yet, or at least they were until the ZX6 came out, but we'll come to that later. And then there's the engine. Now in the past, recent incarnations of the Blade have been accused by some people of being a little soft, a little tame, even, crikey, a little bit slow. Now personally, I'd never call a 170 mile an hour motorcycle slow, but there was a grain of truth in the criticism. The Blade, once the baddest boy on the block, had become a little tame. But not anymore. Now up to 954 cc's from the original 899, and with peachy clean fuel injection, the Blade is now badass and as fast as you like. 177 mile an hour is the most we ever got out of one speed testing, and although a GSX R1000 will hit nearly 10 mile an hour more, outright top speeds aren't quite the whole story. The deal with the Blade is because its power kick is that little less brutal than something like a GSX R1000s, then you can use more of the power more at the time. Then there are the wheelies. Oh boy. Obviously these are not big, nor are they clever, but they are fun. Pop the Blade up in first with a sniffer clutch, snick into second and head into the sunset grinning like the village idiot. The build quality is outstanding, and as a very serious sports bike you can still live with day after day. Personally, I use mine for 15,000 miles of everything from commuting to touring to track days. The Blade is unbeatable. And so to the downsides, because yes, there are some. First of all, the looks. Now there is no doubt that Honda have made this bike the best looking Blade we've seen in years, but still it doesn't have the same badass street cred that those first 1992 twin headlight models did. And the final bugbear on the Fireblade makeup is insurance. Fireblades have been thrashed, trashed and stolen for years now, and don't the insurance companies know it? So much so that this is one of the hardest bikes to insure in the country. Other than that, the Fireblade is an absolute belting motorcycle, and truly an example of all that is wonderful in modern motorcycling today. And after all that excitement, I'm going to need a lie down. But first of all, here's the scores. Performance, 10 out of 10. Yes, yes and yes. Styling, 6 out of 10. Close but no cigar. Covers up what really is a mad motorcycle. Street cred, 8 out of 10. It's got presence and it's still got that Fireblade name on the side. Reliability, 8 out of 10. These bikes really are built to last, but that gearbox perhaps isn't if you're not lucky. Value for money, 9 out of 10. This bike will make you laugh, giggle and possibly occasionally cry with excitement. Just make sure you can afford the insurance.